problem with them. No, they want to do their own. Alright, me already. Hey, bless up on yourself for me rest and come back. You see why I did inside? When me I look on the screen, me not see nothing.
Because we have built up the coffers of Jamaica, built up our reserves. They want to come and spend that money. They want to spend that money, I believe, in the best way. How are we going to protect it? By making sure that when the next election comes, when the PMP come to you, you must tell them you're not turning back. When somebody who is independent asks you why, you tell them, I'm not turning back. Whenever that bell rings, I want to see as much Portlanders and people from the Jamaica Labour Party walking from house to house. Every supervisor, captain, indoor, outdoor, runner, driver, and you must tell them, we're not turning back. You have to make sure. You have to make sure that we protect the future of Jamaica for the generations to come. And the best way to do that is to make sure that we are not turning back. Stick with JLP. Stick with Mary Pass. Stick with Mary Pass. And if you want to stick with that, the one is never here and say, surely all right. Let us go for the I'm going to tell you a secret. For those of you who don't know, you are looking right now at a man who is very special to my family. Because when the going was tough, he was there for senior in ways that many of you don't know. Darrell, I respect you. And Maria, I love you. And I want you to understand that everybody that is here to protect you. So you are right. We need one of the most important things. How the farmer card them go.
He said, oh, a farmer can't go. I just stopped at same time. Huh?
Want 100 for the youth then. Youth them want to go for him.
I'll be inviting you to my constituency very soon to ask you the same question out there. But it is one thing with this government. Anything where one MP get, every MP get his same thing. So, if you must speak on the other side, ask them what they do it for them one. But we put ours to good news. Now we have another strong, powerful lady in the Jamaica Labour Party. She saw I want when me say me want fear. I want to kill and me want fear. The member of parliament from West Rural, Sergio. I said, what is happening? No imported crowd. No importation. Because how they come inside. East and West Portland. Let me tell you, Portland is I'm from St. Thomas. But Portland is my favorite parish. Yes. Let me say hello to all the ministers. And of course, I see the counselors here. And, you know, it is so good to be in the parish of Portland. Thank you so much for having me. I bring greetings to all of you here from the great constituency of St. Andrew, West Rural. I mean, there's some people that talk about some in trouble. I'm in no trouble. I'm still faster than anybody when I'm up in West Rural. They can't keep up with me at all. And I know that East and West Portland, that you are ready to return Action and Action Gary, right? To return them so that we can get that third term, because we're not going to ducky up Portland. We're not going to ducky up Portland. We're not bada man. We're not doing that at all. You know, I hear some two people talking, well, reading scriptures from the Bible, and I don't know them as any godly person, and telling people that if they don't choose them, then they're not choosing God. It's what kind of foolishness that? Foolishness, right? Nothing like that. Those are false prophets, and I know that East and West Portland, you don't want any false prophets here, do you? Continue the action that we have been seeing in East Portland. And I'm going to talk to my sister, because this is where I come usually to spend my holidays. And I have to say that I know that Action Hand, she's been doing a very good job. Yes, making a big difference in East Portland. And anytime I send a WhatsApp message to Daryl, him responding 2 minutes or less. And so you also have an action man for West Side, and I know that you want to keep that. Laborites, we have a vision in the Jamaica Labour Party. Our leader, Andrew Holness, has set a vision for us. And we're not just having that vision, but we are carrying out that vision. You see the things happening right across the country. And as you heard MP Terencia said, when things are given out or said in the parliament, you see that all of us on the government side, you see us, you know, tweeting or sending out and telling you what's happening. But the opposition, they're not saying nothing, you know. They're not telling you that they get. But all 63 members of parliament get the same thing. But they're so ashamed because they have not been doing anything at all in the last 18 and a half years, that they're so ashamed. Even the Sparks program, they're trying to cast a bad light on the Sparks program. But I know that when the Sparks program come, I think them over there. I think they know that it's going to make a big difference, and that is why they're talking so bad about the SPARK program. Labor rights, we've seen so many good things happening in our country. We've seen, hospitals, new hospitals are going to be built, health centers, and I know that Akshanan, she's played a big role in the hospital here in Portland. I have seen the new refurbished police station here in East Portland. And this government, we are very serious about crime. And I know in a very long time we have not seen the crime rate reduced to where it is. And I know that we do still have a ways to go. But the PNP, they have not done a good job when it comes to crime. And they're not even trying to partner with us to fight against crime. And so we recognize all the things that needs to be done. We have refurbished over 100 police stations right across Jamaica land we love. We have refurbished over 100 health centers right across Jamaica. And as I said, we're not going to dirty up East Portland. I have seen a difference in the garbage collection. And I know Achanan has been building a lot of garbage skips right across East Portland. And we're going to continue that. I hear that there are some great plans coming for East Portland to build up her township. So don't listen to what they're saying about them coming here to make a difference. They will not make any difference. They're all about themselves. Run them when they come to you. They will not make a difference because they were there before and didn't do much with the 18 and a half years that they were in power. We have seen where since we got into government, the minimum wage was at $6,000. We have moved that minimum wage to $15,000. And I know that once we continue with the good management of the economy, that we're going to continue the way forward. And so, labor rights, don't listen to the propaganda, don't listen to the lies, don't listen to, and I know, it's easier to latch on to lies than propaganda, Us as a people, it's easier to latch on to lies. Because sometimes I even have labor rights calling me, asking me if this is true. Labor rights, listen to the JLP. Listen to what all the ministers are doing. Not the PNP and the lies that they're telling. When you look at water, and we have Minister Marcus Amuda, and what he's been doing right across Jamaica. Can you imagine? Sometimes you have to wonder, what was the PNP doing? Nothing. They couldn't have been doing anything because we are doing so many water projects right across the island and still have so many more to do. And that is because the PNP was doing absolutely nothing. They're bringing a man, but tell a woman, the first female DPP, to go suck a man's private part. That is nasty, disgusting, indecent, and you do not want anybody like that here in East Portland. No change can change him. Because even after that or before that, the man called Jamaicans ugly. Can you imagine? You do not want a representative like that. Let us not change them spots so easily. Not at all. And I am sure that we just take probably one person in the constituency to get him out. And you probably tell them where to go so. And you don't want a representative like that. So East Portland, West Portland, I say to you, stay the course, continue to listen to your Prime Minister. Continue to support your members of Parliament, Darren Vaz and Anne-Marie Vaz. And of course, we are going for the third term. We cannot turn back. We've invested too much in our infrastructure. You know, again, as I said, I'm from St. Thomas. And listen to me now. I live in Portland, and it takes me no time to reach St. Thomas. Because this government, all we have to do is just build and build and build. Nothing was happening in St. Thomas. St. Thomas, I'm telling you, when I left St. Thomas at 16 years old, and I go back to Port Morant, there was the same dead place, nothing happening in Port Morant. And now I see buildings going up right by the track that I started running, you know, and the Moran Day Urban Center. And then I heard this week from the Prime Minister say he wants to purchase another 10 acres of land to build some more. This government is what you want to stay, to remain in power for the next term, and the next term, and the next term. We do not want PNP back in power. My golden and brethren, they're for themselves. Him and Peter Bunting, they're for themselves. Remember that they had a band together, you know, and they made a lot of money from the bank in, you know, things that we talk about. You heard what the DPP said in their FinStack statement, right? They made their money in some kind of way that they don't want to talk about, right? He said I'm entrepreneur is friend then, right? But he's doing absolutely nothing. I want to ask Mark Golden, what has he done? What's the difference he has made in his constituency? I would love to ask him and his people, what has he done? What kind of difference has he made in his constituency? And for a man who cannot make a difference in his own constituency, how then is he going to make a difference in the country of Jamaica land we know? Is making a difference in his constituency. I saw a brand new basic school going up. I saw apartments going up. They must fix up in constituency. You know why? They love the people and they care. We don't just talk about the poor. We care for the poor. All the PNP do is keep the people poor so that because they don't know any better. Right? That's what they do. Keep their people poor because they just have the wealth among a few of them. That's how they pass on their wealth and have them tapping as friend and then, you know, the PNP. We don't want them to run Jamaica. We have the best Prime Minister right now and the best ministers of government right now and the best members of Parliament right now. So labor rights, when the bell rings, when the Prime Minister says it's time, I hope you are ready to bring back Action Anne for her second term and Darren Vaz for his what? His term.
And it's reminiscent from a meeting that I came to in 2009 in Buff Bay, Minister Mars. And there's a sea and energy you could feel ahead of the by-election. When you know say, we are right to protect that one. When Northeast is full of by-election, but Portland full of more by-election. And the truth is where they come from, fellowship, theory, emotion, Portland, Tory, prospect. Big up this there, Portland. But we don't say never right there, you don't say this time. They don't say why it's here, don't be there. You don't be here. Just big up Charlotte. No, we need enough of them. Because Portland work and them doesn't know an artist same time. They have an election one year. And we have to contend with personally. Thank you. We have to contend Mr. and Mrs. Portland. Thank you. Because you see, gratitude is a muscle in life. And labor rights, we're not ungrateful, we're not hypocrite. So we come to tell you this evening from Northeast Central. Thank you to the people of Portland. Okay, labor rights, we are there for waste time, but a little history is important and a little acknowledgement is also important. One thing we sure tonight is that none of us are done and none of us come to minds us this evening. One thing we sure is that we are done and even the program of us this evening because of the way in the program. They don't work hard, they don't serve the people, they don't take care of poor people. Serve the people and they will serve you. And that is important to understand because that is the reason you are here this evening to discuss the service that the JLP has given and the service that the promises you for the next term of government. Because you see, we have to remember, Jamaica are always nice. Jamaica never nicer than the PNP. It is the PNP that wrecked this economy, wrecked this country in the 70s and 90s and the 2000s. And if we have not fixed it every single time, our Prime Minister told us that the PNP is in their heart. Well, the truth hurts. Because we know their rights that this country suffers every single time the PNP is in power. That is why we can't play the game with this election because we don't have the luxury of playing a game. We now go up to PNPism and schism. We are separate because we say so. It is because they disinvestment, left healthcare and education. Then them say people sick and people struggle. It is because they disinvestment, mash up the police force, no car never there. Then them say crime is the problem. It is because they never invest in the roads that have so much pothole today. And then they talk about road crisis. They're wicked. But I am here to remind them that since 2016, PNP is the one skipping God. We have our rights. We have our rights. We have for a good time, but a long time this evening, so never proceed, selector. God bless the Labour Party with the chance to fix this country in 2016, and we can't take it light. Despite the challenges of COVID, hurricane, earthquake, global wars causing inflation, we have done well as a government and never else I want to take the president. When we say show, we don't just say show because rain or fall. We say show because we are the because ultimately crime is declining and infrastructure investment is increasing. Education is improving and healthcare get better. And we can proudly say to the people of Jamaica, there have been no new taxes for 8 years. We can say we have given civil servants the highest pay increase in history. We can say we have done rather more than minimum wage. We can tell you we have done part benefits. We have increased the threshold for small businesses from 3 million to 10 million on GCT. We reinstated the benefits to the junior stock exchange. But most importantly, labor rights legacy. We don't believe in slow down and handout, which is why we are most proud that it is the lowest unemployment rate in the history of Jamaica because we is the right, we is the prosperity, we is the... It's not going to come through work, and we are laborers, so we work, we're not afraid of work. It's not going to come by work and deliberate action, and that deliberate action is voting. It is you and your neighbor talking, back up, kiss up, hug up, and make sure that you and your neighbor are vote for your work. And we don't know to please, that's the thing. Labor, PNP of Irving. The average age of a pipe is 30 years before it started. So when PNP complain about water, and you say to yourself, let me minus from 2024, 30 years and see which high them will live. And you say, Lord Jesus, and on 2014, and on 2004, and 1994. So the water problem in your face now is because there is a leader pipe in 1994, and a pipe that would have been leader, the year with no ketchup, and no water. That is not the water now. Then what is their life? Say the PNP tell lie, they want to hear what the Labour Party do to fix the problem then. And now just deal with the water information this evening. An action man, an action and now every 5 minutes let me just go through the important part of the presentation. Because you see, Labour right and party and Labour can try themselves from the Labour right appreciate information. We don't need foolishness. We don't need PNP talk nonsense from where we don't need information to say. We don't do lie and wicked. Where do I come from, bro? Because my important problem there. Tell that truth. Before dying come here, before action and come here, the water situation was not a disaster. Look at the 16 said, we are going to promise what we are going to do. Because sometimes people forget that this pure disaster you find. We have to remember, say it is this government in Eastern Portland that fought the worst drought in Portland history in 2022. And whenever the street bag shut water, we invest money in our water supply. It is why Patty River get $15 million from the Labour Party for water system. It's why Kensington system get upgraded for another $15 million from the Labour Party. It is why it is why I'm children get $20 million worth of pipe from the other party. It is why Prospect get upgraded at $24 million, supporting over 3,000 people in Eastern Portland with $95 million investment because your MP demanded it should never sit back and say anything goes. That is a reality. But labor rights, that can be the end of the work in East Portland. East Portland needs over $3 billion of works. Because the PNP for the years they had it did nothing. Not a thing they never do. So we did the first $100 million, just about $95 million. But I am happy to report that the Fairfield Boston Chessington Lambay pipeline has been procured and the contract signed with $60 million. One good and it capital. That is why this Christmas we have to do like a blind with the traffic. Because we don't have to fix the patrol them, but we can't fix the patrol them. We are going to lay some new pipe because the old pipe them run and you're not getting the water. We have put $45 million worth of pipe into the ground. Because the people that have control of this. There's a system that is very important. We know the unsure to go stone line in the wood. That is why we have bought and purchased the pipes already. And we're going to procurement because you know we might not easy one season. So we give equal opportunity to contractors when their procurement now. That line is going to improve water supply for another 1,000 people in Eastern Portland. But you see, we don't say it's not a East Portland meeting, even though we don't say this meeting could expand 3, 4, 5, 10 times. And when we go outside, and we don't know the police on the road at the night. Nobody can drive come again at night. But sometimes people that say something, that are going for East, we are going for West Portland. You remember when you finish the Charlestown system, I spent 70 million on that to make sure that people have water. All those you remember, so we spend 50 million on Mount Pleasant to make sure that Mount Pleasant people have water. I want to remember the two-year system. I want to remember the fourth-year system. I want to remember $15 million and the next $15 million to spend on that system there. Mr. Boss, I want to remember Rooster Pan say you want to create that water system. We have a else. I don't want to be outside. You know, so we can't talk about water in any brush or water. We know every inch of the system. But there's an important system and an important announcement that you need to take back to the people of Portland. Whether Eastern or Western, every time we clear our blockage, every time we lay a pipe that give another 1,000 people of water, we'll have to shower. Because the people we now give them water, they're not giving them fast times. The see this man, God help you when you try to find him. You see when you demand water system, you find your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, indeed a great Friday, and then find your 25 on Sunday. And that is why. That is why the Christmas Springs development is going through the last stages with Ministry of Finance to invest $600 million for the people of West Portland. You see action and them say, make we start the project now because we are the elements that we can start now. That is why the National Water Commission and Rural Water has started the project in January and I need over $50 million water pipe. We are just this. But the senior rights, we have done true enough. We have done true enough. The truth is, we have delivered better days and it is still time for more better days. We are a party. We will say, Portland in a good hands from 2009. Me remember a couple of days when Donald tell them say West Portland gone and East Portland is coming next. And it was to be. We know that the JLP understands the problems. We know that the JLP is committed to solving your problems. We know that every single representative on this stage go home at evening time stressed out because they care about your problems and they're fighting to solve those problems. But it is also clear that we have a leader that cares. It is clear that the most honorable Dr. Andrew Hollis will insist, will instruct, will deliver on fixing the problems that exist in Portland and indeed the rest of Jamaica. It is also clear that Andrew Hollis retired Portia Simpson Miller. Andrew Hollis retired Peter Phillips. And we know that Mark is no Portia. Mark is no Peter Phillips. So we know Andrew Hollis is no Portia. And I know that every leader who arrived during the presentation will agree. It is far too long we are play along with the nonsense of the baby. It is time once and for all that we do an amount of political work that puts the baby out to pasture, that puts governments out of their reach, that ensures they never have a chance to run this country again. Because we know JLP always fix it, but it is time for JLP to be in the hours. It is time to truly ensure that we move from poverty to prosperity. Show labor rights, show program. God bless you. West Portland, you have an MP. East Portland, you have an MP. We stand on a record of performance. And we can go back to the people on this record of performance. This Andrew Hollis led administration, we have put in the work. Yeah? And that is why we are confident that we can go back to the Jamaican people. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're going forward. We're going forward. And I living at the ghetto, Western Kingston. I came over here in this pretty little ground here by election. I mean, no, on good God Almighty can come down from heaven from the time. Yes, no, me, you're a man by the name of Isaac. Oh, you must have sat down and come to the action and the reward. You must be mad. All right. They need this last man at 3 minutes now. Welcome to Jamaica, welcome to the prettiest parish in the country that is Portland. Welcome to the eastern side for the Portland state, for the constituency of eastern Portland. Number 1 JLP from the service of Sir Alexander Bustamante is chaired by Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, to be written by the two-time reigning champion jockey, Anne-Marie Action Pause, looks like I'm going down to all the starting day in the college of the Green and White, and this one is held by our neighbor rights of Eastern Portland. Number 2 TNT is to be written by Isaac Butterman. This one carries 119,000 this one. This is actually a minute now. And this one is done by South TNT of Eastern Portland in the colors of the tambourine and black. This one is from the stables of the late Norman Washington Life. In the line of the number 3 independent is to be written by Miller Johnson. Number 4 Republican to be written by David Smith. And running off the field of 5, King Collins. Is to be written by apprentice judge's name is not eligible to call on the radio station today. Start off the time runners into the respective position now by the 5.1 points. 2025. This is the one stake as you wave the flag on telling the winners about their business. JLP and TNT, those two race together. We are in a high bar, but we're ready. Behind them is independent. Behind independent is Republican. And good Collins is turning out at the rock of the field of the county just the corner. So JLP now. It's set up by Anne-Marie Balls and down through to the external. Well, just about to empty contact TNT racing secondary Isaac Butterman behind the big car. The independent, grand independent, we come to the Republican. And to the Collins is the one on the other side of the field of the first time. The one on the other side of the field of the This football match is between the Jamaica Labour Party, playing their customary green and white colors. Their captain is the young man Andrew Michael Rogers. He's wearing the number 9 jersey that's out there. Playing for the ball this year is the lady. Action and remember she scored 2 goals for the Jamaica Labour Party already. Playing over right beside Action and is Mr. Portland. But really look down. 1, 2. No mind the green because I can never go. Alright. Yeah. Darren Bond is playing over the ball. Right beside his wife. And then for the TNT is Marcel Mark playing all now. Once, come on. What do you say? Easy. Now let us step back to our high platform. Here comes the ball. Bouncing around in the middle of the field. Picked up by the captain of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Andrew Michael Lawrence. He played for the forward over to the left side and finding Black Thunder. Thunder played the good ball and finding Clyde Gray. The JLP is coming forward. Indian number across the left side. Shot to one ball and cleared away by the defense of the TNT. Yeah, the ball was free. Many goals scored on the Roman TNT. They were high over, right? Yeah. So, here's the throw now. And taken quickly by Monty Saludo. Here is the Jamaica Labour Party now. Dribble over toward the right side. James Robinson with the ball. The man from Western St. Thomas. Beat the one. Play the long ball. Over toward the right side now. Finding Robert Miller. The JLP is coming forward and their numbers now. The referee. They're looking at his watch. With the ball inside. The way balls. To Andrew Valdez. All that staying and giving back to the ball. Getting ball. Beating in the right. Plays it. And gives it to Arsenal. Arsenal. Beat it up. Beat it up. Plays it to the left. A high shot to the right. Oh my goodness me. The MC. When I look at this lady in the Jamaica Labour Party, she said, the most of something new. Listen, boxing is between the Jamaica.